And we debate on it.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. And allow me a second before I raise the procedure issue to thank you. There are things that we take for granted. Thank you for keeping time. This parliament used to start at 5. And in Uganda, timekeeping is very difficult. There is someone who said he will be a president for 5 years. It is now 40. Madam Speaker, I know the procedure issue I am raising. I know our president is a president of advanced age. That's why sometimes he has asked other government officials to act, including those who are suspects. The procedure issue I am raising, since I need to address the Speaker. Madam Speaker, the procedure issue I am raising, the law does not stop the President from delegating. But issues of security and defense are very serious matters. We have passed here a budget. We have also passed here policies that are not overseen by the wife of the President. You can't run this country in that way, where your wife says, "Darling, can I be the one to speak about the attack in Kasese?" Okay, baby, go ahead. This matter, we need the minister responsible for defense. We passed money here and gave it to defense to defend Uganda's borders. The Honorable Ssemujju is a very obedient and loyal person. Even what he shouldn't do, he wants to do. I don't know what he was doing in the Kasese at the scene of a crime.
It was in a school. It was in a school. Honorable members, Honorable Ssemujju is raising a very serious issue. Can we have a report tomorrow from defense? Defense, we will not discuss anything. Let's get a report from defense. Okay? Yeah, let's not gamble.
See, if you appoint people like my brother, I come from Masaka, the Honorable Ssemujju.
I don't have rules.
I was raising the procedure.
No, you first sit.
Madam Speaker, I really want to thank you. Madam Speaker, I rose on the procedure matter.
Honorable, you're most welcome.
Madam Speaker, in your submission today, I want to appreciate that you have made this parliament the people-centered parliament, whereby we as legislatures, we are observing our roles and our mandate effectively very well. Madam Speaker, I don't know whether we are proceeding well by the Prime Minister not having to give a statement concerning the standoff between the government, between the opposition, oversight work at hospitals, because we see it is bringing a pull and push. Moreover, we are the same people in the same house. And Madam Speaker, at the same time, as you echoed about Parliament being people-centered, we had a State of National Address, and we had a budget speech. And in all these very important events, members of Parliament are elected people, who are elected by the people. But I did not see my friend, the presiding apostle, the whip of opposition, Nambeshe, and his people. I don't know whether we are proceeding well by seeing them here when there was a standoff, by them not appearing in the budget speech and the State of the National Address. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
When when you are at that level of mental health, even your eyes become blind. Me, I saw opposition. If you didn't see, me, I saw them. And there was no gap. Was there a gap? Nothing. So there is no problem with it. Members, I want us to start serious business. All of you sit. I want us to start serious business. And before we start serious business, I first want committees to be designated. I want designation to take place, and I also want asked the government whip and opposition plus independent to do the designation before we go into anything else.
Right Honourable Speaker, pursuant to Rule 1871 of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament, I beg to designate the following to the Committee on East African Community Affairs. Honourable Kisembo Basemera Noilin.
Procedure matter. But Honourable Ssemujju, when people are serious, you get up on procedure. You're interrupting.
Madam Speaker, I am looking at Rule 160, 187.
By the way, the UPDF, they didn't inform me they would share the delay, but she's coming to designate. Is she arrived? You have the list? You have? Please do. After is... Do you have somebody in defense?
Madam Speaker, the procedure issue I am raising relates to Rule 160 and 187. This rule provides for how members are designated to committees. They are designated by whips on behalf of parties and the Speaker in the case of independence. It does not provide for designation of UPDF, both rules. I think the rule assumes that UPDF should be in Kasese defending people, not in Parliament. So, Madam Speaker, can I be advised under which rule did the UPDF sit and even appointed someone a dean, and that dean parades him or herself before Parliament to begin reading names? Because under 160, it is parties through whips and independents through the Speaker. Under 187, it is again parties and independents. So can the UPDF tell us who are supposed to be in Kasese by these rules? Under which rule are they going to designate themselves?
I want to refer you to Rule 1886. The party or organization and government shall designate a chairperson or deputy chairperson of each sectoral committee, provided that no active member of Uganda People's Defense Force shall be designated as a chairperson or deputy chairperson of the Committee on Defense and Internal Affairs. It's common sense. Yes, UPDF. First designate on agriculture.
Thank you, Madam Net. Honorable Major General Sam Kavuma, in the Committee of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. I beg to visit.
Those in favor say the contrary, nay. Let's have it. Defense.
Madam Speaker, in the same rule, allow me to present Honorable Lieutenant General Peter Elwelo.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
In the Committee
Just hold on.
of Defense and Internal Affairs. I beg to designate.
Those in favor say and record nay. Let's have it.
Madam
Yes.
Speaker, I hear the government whip and the chief whip quoted specific rules under which members are being designated. I know, Madam Speaker, and with the humility, you may, and I'm sorry, you may want to help UPDF, but I think they should make it easy for you. Either they first get out and then we find a way, because the rule, Madam Speaker, you have quoted only stops appointing them chair and vice chair, but it does not provide for their designation.
Honorable Subani, you know, how did you bring the UPDF to the House?
Thank you very much. Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, let us perhaps help each other by seeking refuge in Rule 8 of our Rules of Procedure. Right Honourable Speaker, this House has set a precedent in as far as designating members of UPDF. And what has been happening, Right Honourable Speaker, in the previous parliaments is that designation by the UPDF has been under the discretion and guidance of the Speaker. What has not happened, and which we should do, Right Honourable Speaker, is to regularize the mode of designation and our rules. Otherwise, there is a precedent. And what is happening here is that a precedent has been set. Unfortunately, the Rules Committee has not codified that precedent under our Rules of Procedure. So, Right Honourable Speaker, going forward to avoid this imbroglio that the Honourable Ssemujju is highlighting, I seek your indulgence to have the Rules Committee, in considering amendments to these rules, to have the mode of designation structured in our rules to avoid what we are witnessing here. Otherwise, a precedent has been set, and as a parliament, we have an obligation to follow that precedent. I thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Is UPDF an organization represented in the House? Is it an organization represented in the House? Anyway, let's designate UPDF. We are designating UPDF, and in the next amendments, we'll make amendments specific to what the Honorable Ssemujju is talking about. In the absence of that, I will exercise my powers as a speaker. Next, under Rule 8.
The Committee on East African Community Affairs.
Committee of what?
East African
Affairs.
I beg to move under Rule 1871 of the Rules of Procedure to designate the following members to the Committee on East African Community Affairs. Honorable Kisembo Basemera Noelin, Chairperson. Honorable Chemaswet Kisos Abdi Fadil, Deputy Chairperson. The members proposed are Honorable Atuto Jacinta. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to designate the following to the Committee on Public Service and Local Government. Honorable Ojara Martin Mapenduzi, Chairperson. Honorable Apollot Christine, Deputy Chairperson. The proposed members are Honorable Lematia Ruth Molly, Honorable Alero Tom Azar, Honorable Chelimo Reuben Paul, Honorable Buire Sanon, Honorable Mugabi Muzale Martin, Honorable Robert Wandwasi, Honorable Jocelyn Kamate Neti, Honorable Abuli Agnes, Honorable Isaac Modoi, Honorable Harriet Businje, Honorable Magole. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to designate.
Thank you. Opposition. Yes, Isaiah.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, maybe Honorable Pendus could tell us why he really belongs.
He's an independent. He's under the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda.
Then I could have expected indignation
He's,
to come from the independent whip, not from the other side.
I am the whip of independence. Honorable members, all the independents belong to the Speaker. And if Honorable Mapenduzi resigned from being a chairperson on the other side, the House accepted. And maybe this side was generous enough to give him to chair because he's one of the best chairs we have. Opposition?
Madam Speaker, this parliament is a serious institution. That's why it is illegal and unconstitutional until the final year for members of parliament to change affiliation. So a member cannot be with the opposition today. Yes, tomorrow is with the NRM. The Constitution says you can only change affiliation during the final year.
Has he changed the affiliation?
Yes, he was here working with us. Now he's being read the other side. So, Madam Speaker, you have a duty.
Honorable Ssemujju, you're working with me every day. Have you changed the affiliation?
Madam Speaker, I work with you as a speaker.
No, you work with. I've actually seen you with the government chief whip. Every day you're together. Have you changed?
No, we play football together. Madam Speaker.
Anyway, honorable members, Honorable Mapenduzi is an independent. And being an independent, he chooses where he wants to be. In the 10th Parliament, I was an independent. Honorable Ssemujju designated me to be in Kosase and chased me away. When he chased me away, I went and got my belongings somewhere. So for now, Honorable Mapenduzi, congratulations. Yes, go.
For record, I did not chase you. You voluntarily left. In fact, one day we were shocked when we saw you with Mr. Museveni.
Can we designate? Maybe Mr. Museveni was a better man than you.
Madam Speaker, I beg to designate the following members on the Committee of Public Service and Local Government. The Honorable Naruima Betty Iso of Wakiso District, the Honorable Luanga Jimmy, Njeru Municipality, the Honorable Nambos Teddy, PG.
Last but not least, Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to designate the following to the Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industry. Honorable Mwine Mpaka Rwamirama, Chairperson. Honorable Lamwaka Catherine, Deputy Chairperson. The proposed members are Honorable Olobo James, Honorable Kamugo Pamela, Honorable Brenda Namukuta, Honorable Alfred Dedakasi Elalu, Honorable Aleper Margaret Achila, Honorable Sylvia Naebale, Honorable Tom Bright Amoti, Honorable Maureen Osoru, Honorable Mbapabusa Muhumuza. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to designate.
Thank you, opposition.
Madam Speaker,
Amendment Bill 2023 be read for the first time.
There is a procedure matter.
Madam Speaker, the holder of that office of the leadership of one of our accountability committees on local government, the Honorable Mapenduzi, has shifted allegiance and even resigned. Madam Speaker, I beg for your indulgence to redesignate one of our members as the chairperson of that committee on local government, whose name I've already submitted to your office.
No problem.
I designate the Honorable Olanya Gilbert as the chairperson of the committee on the Accountability Committee on Local Government and Public Service.
Honorable members, Honorable Ojara Mapendusi and team will present all of their reports on Tuesday. The reports are ready, they are ready in my office. They will present, but Honorable, unless if you're handing over to the current leadership, which is okay. Those are reports of the House. Those in favor of Honorable Lanya's designation, say unto the contrary, nay. Congratulations. Honorable members, Finance,
Madam Speaker, the rules are very clear on who can chair accountability committees and make presentation. Now that the Honorable Mapenduzi has joined the NRM,
Honorable members, the report will be
behalf?
presented by the chair of the committee. We have a chair of the committee who is Gilbert Olanya. The report is going to be given to Gilbert, but he has to work together with the Mapenduzi to know what is there. Finance.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled the Foreign Exchange Amendment Bill 2023 be read for the first time. I beg to move.
Seconded by Honorable both of both, the government chief whip, Honorable Katali, Faith, Solomon.
Madam Speaker, only to state that the bill is accompanied by a certificate of financial implication.
Thank you. The bill is here. Pursuant to Rule 129 of the Rules of Procedure, the bill stands referred to the Committee of Finance, Planning and Economic Development for perusal and report back.
Item 3.2, the Financial Institutions Amendment Bill 2023.
Minister of Finance.